What is up, everybody? Renfail here, and it is time for my early thoughts video around Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I've got Pebbles here with me. We're still on the lookout for Mutt to get the whole team together from the first game, but we just wrapped up a good 8-hour stream, almost 8 hours. We were at 7.5 for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 on launch day. Had a great time, and we're about to be sinking our teeth into this game for the next few weeks. If you've never watched my channel before and you're new to this, I do 3 reviews for every game that I play. An early thoughts video, which is always after the first stream. Then I do an initial review, which is usually around 25 hours or so after I've been playing the game. And then the final review is whenever I finish the game. So, 3-step process for every game that we play. This is the first one. So, let's talk Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Um, wow. It's big. It's massive. There's a lot going on. I'm kind of a little overwhelmed. Just did the first game a few weeks ago. I had never played Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 until January. Had a great time. And this game is oh so much bigger and oh so much. It's everything is. It's like more. It's like it's all turned up to 11. Obviously, it looks absolutely breathtaking. I am playing on the PS5 and I am playing on Fidelity version, which is like max graphics. It's been just amazing. We're here at this little encampment here in the wilderness, and yeah, it looks great. It plays great. I've been having a great time. Everything that you know and love about the game, if you've played the first game, is here. Now, if you've not played the first game, don't worry about it. You are given a recap in the form of a tutorial, which allows you to make some story-based decisions through the early hours of the game, which is also sort of how you choose your initial starting skills and sort of like your class, like what style of gameplay you're going to be choosing. I went with speech just because I prefer to do speech-based things, and combat for me is always secondary. And the combat in this game is way more complex than the first game, but also way easier to get into. Like, it's a fairly seamless process of combat, and they've simplified it quite a bit in terms of the initial sort of ground level to get into because in this case Henry is already a certain amount of, he's already at a certain level and he's already expected, he's gotten some certain skills, but the that threshold is higher, so in terms of doing your master strikes and everything else, that's going to be harder to achieve, so the complexity is there for the people who want it. Probably the coolest thing in this game to me though is this UI is absolutely breathtaking, in terms of everything you've got. I just love this UI, and it's fully adaptive. And they've talked about how if you have a widescreen format, you'll be able to see even more of this displayed. But this is just, it's pretty amazing, everything that you can see here, and all the codex is incredibly detailed. The art team and the writing team need to be given all the praise for everything they've put into this because it's just exceptionally detailed. As far as the player goes, this is where you kind of get into the craziness of as many perks and things as you could have in the first game. There's even more here, and I've got some perk points to spend right now, and I haven't decided where I'm going to spend them yet. But we can go through here and look. Like, you've got your main level, you've got your strength, agility, vitality, speech. You've got your secondary stuff, you've got all of your skills, and these can be broken down into further abilities. You've got your combat skills, which can be broken down into further, and you can spend all your perk points here. You have all the combos that you know for your weapons, buffs if you have them, the reputation that you have everywhere else, your stats for everything, and of course your sidekicks. By the way, that when it turns, that is so cool. I currently only have my horse. I don't have any tack for my horse. I actually just got my horse through the storyline earlier, but I don't have enough money to get any tack for it, so I'm riding Pebbles around bareback. But I'm okay with that because it's great. Some of the improvements for the first game are like being able to auto follow trails now, which is really nice to be able to auto follow the roads and stuff, which helps a lot with my thumb fatigue on the controller. So there's just been some general improvements. Obviously, the game looks a hell of a lot better than the first game. The performance I'm on the PS5 again. I'm like I said, I'm playing on the fidelity mode, which is like max graphics, and I am not seeing any issues whatsoever. But I'm also not, I'm not worried about 150 frames per second um, playing this game because this is like for me like Red Dead Redemption 2. Like I'm just slow. I'm into it. We're just kind of immersing ourselves in the world, taking our time. Let's go ahead and take a little bit of a bath here, get ourselves cleaned up here. Um, the complexities of medieval life are pretty evident in everything you do here, from needing to be clean to needing to have food. There's some bit of the survival elements here that if you've played the first game, you're familiar with. But some of the major improvements that I've seen immediately out of the gate, which they showed off in some of the initial gameplay dev videos, is like going in here to the player inventory and realizing that you can have different outfits. So right now I don't have anything set up for my separate outfit, so I only have my main outfit. But you can have three different outfits. So you can have your, you know, combat outfit, your stealth outfit, and your conversation outfit, if those were the three outfits that you wanted to have. You could also do something like, here's my archery outfit versus my main combat outfit versus my, fisticuffs outfit, however you wanted to do that. There's also belt pouches, which they've told me about, but I haven't gotten any yet, which allow you to set up like potions and things in your pouches. You can have weapon sets in this game, which you couldn't do in the first game, which, like right now, I have a main sword and a crossbow. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. As my two weapon sweats, and you can easily switch between those. So if you pull out your weapon right now, as an example, there's my crossbow, and we could just select over, and it automatically draws your sword, and now you're into the next one. And then you can go back to your crossbow, like so. So it's a nice um, way to be able to quickly go between your weapon sets now, which is different than the first game considerably. I'm a big fan of it so far, and of course I'm still getting deep into it. I haven't really gotten into the actual um, marksmanship yet, or having a real bow, like an actual longbow or something, because I'm only using the crossbow. I haven't really used it a lot yet, because to be honest with you, we did 7.5 hours. The only combat I've done has been like in the initial introduction, because they sort of walk you through some combat stuff to learn how to do it, and then I had one encounter at the end of the stream. So like 7 hours, 7.5 hours, like almost no combat, because I've been mostly focused on just conversing with people, like conversing. I've just been having conversations with people and running around and doing quests and everything else. So um Alchemy is back, which is cool. It's a little more complex than the first game, but the blacksmithing is quite a challenge. I'm still not. I haven't come to terms with that yet. I've done some blacksmithing. I made a sword. I made an axe. I made some horseshoes. And at least on the controller, it's a little wonky, sort of trying to get used to the rhythm and the placement and heavy swings versus short swings. And it's just a huge learning curve, which is fine. That'll be something I talk more about when I get into the initial review, after I've had, another 15 hours or so to actually play the game and get my sink my teeth into all that stuff. But my initial first impressions is that it's been pretty good so far. I haven't seen really any bugs. There have been a couple of janky moments in the early stages. There was a moment where I had to dig a hole and put a corpse in it, but I accidentally jumped in the hole when I was carrying the corpse, and then I couldn't get out of the hole to place the corpse, and that was a little tricky. And we had one instance during the introduction where I think I came across a bug where I jumped when I wasn't supposed to jump, and it instantly killed my character. And then we went back, we couldn't talk to Hans anymore, and I had to go back to a previous save and rerun about 5 minutes worth of a quest to be able to get to the point where it would let me talk to him again. So there has been a couple of little quirky things, but for the most part, this has been a great day one launch. Having a great time. We'll be streaming every single day, all the way up until Avowed drops. This is the main game. So daily streams on YouTube and Twitch, multi-streaming in both places around 6 a.m. Central Time every single morning. So hopefully we'll see you in the next stream. And in the meantime, looking forward to hear your thoughts on the game. Drop them down below. We'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Happy gaming. Jesus Christ be praised.